Good morning, this is Kelly on the go. With all you need to know in news and weather as you start your day.
New this morning, first responders in Sioux Falls were called to a crash that closed part of I-29 around 11:30 last night.
Our KELOLAND News crew captured this video from the area. You can see many first responders. A semi and passenger vehicle looked to be involved. According to our crew, I-29 was blocked off from 12th to West Madison Street.
We expect to learn more details during this morning's police briefing, which we'll carry live on KELOLAND.com starting at 10:30. Congressman Dusty Johnson is responding to gubernatorial candidate Toby Doden, calling him, quote, evil. In an interview with KELOLAND News on Monday, Doden said, quote, I'm light, I'm good, Dusty's dark, Dusty's evil. Those are going to be the two choices, end quote. In a statement on Tuesday, Johnson said South Dakotans deserve a leader who will bring our state together, who will lead with integrity, and who will demonstrate the value of being a workhorse, not a show horse. Johnson has not announced his candidacy to become the state's governor. Minnehaha County's wheel tax ordinance is changing for some drivers. The county commission carried a motion to amend the ordinance Tuesday morning. Right now, the county taxes vehicles at $4 per wheel. The amendment will increase that fee to $5 per vehicle that weigh over 6,000 pounds.
Our proposed increase would raise revenue approximately $200,000, $190,000, depending on how many vehicles are registered within the county.
This only impacts vehicles that are registered in Minnehaha County. The ordinance goes into effect next year on January 1st. Now let's get a check of our weather with meteorologist Scott Mudd. Good morning, Scott.
All right, good morning there. We are looking at scattered showers, thunder showers trying to make their way into southeastern KELOLAND as we go through the morning hours, and they may extend into the early afternoon. Temperatures today will reach the 70s and 80s. We are looking at 80 degrees today in Sioux Falls, 82 in Huron, 83 in Pierre, and 82 in Rapid City. Numbers will warm tomorrow, and the heat will be on this weekend. Brian will have more details on that forecast coming up.
Thank you, Scott. There's a new sustainability project happening in Sioux Falls.
Friends of the Big Sioux River partnered with CNH and Raven Industries to build floating islands.
Plants are then planted on the island, and its roots go into the body of water to help purify it.
Working with the city, we determined Coval Lake would have a good combination of multiple things. One, there's foot traffic here. People are able to see it and be able to interact with it and learn more about it. But also it's a stable environment, it's not flowing water, so it helps us test out the structure.
In the future, they want to figure out how they could put similar floating islands in the Big Sioux River.
This Saturday, the Sioux Falls Convention Center will be full of fun and fundraising at the 12th Annual Primetime Gala.
The event brings community members and local leaders together with one goal: to fight hunger.
The beef industry felt like we wanted to give back and partner with someone that serves our local communities, and that's why Feeding South Dakota was such a great fit.
Proceeds go directly to Feeding South Dakota, helping stock food pantries and support families that face food insecurity.
A dozen sprint car drivers were part of the field at Tuesday's 3rd Annual High Bank Classic at Brandon Golf Course.
The golf tournament was part of a day of fun to help kick off the High Bank Nationals, which runs today through Saturday at Huset's Speedway.
The golf event also serves as a fundraiser for the Bottoms Up Pink Ladies, benefiting local families fighting cancer.
The motto is every ribbon tells a story, no one fights alone.
Just about everybody that we come in contact knows somebody and has been affected by cancer, and the Pink Ladies are just a great organization to help us get those funds to the people that really need it.
The Bottoms Up Pink Ladies has given out over $450,000, helping over 700 families since 2014.
The drivers will get back to the business of racing today with day one of the Huset's Hustle. We provided a link with a complete schedule of events under this story on KELOLAND.com.
That's a look at some of our top stories.
Now let's get another check of your weather with meteorologist Brian Karstens. Brian?
All right, tracking that weather this morning, we've had a collection of showers and thunderstorms migrating in from central South Dakota in and around the Highmore area. They've had between an inch and an inch and a half of rain east of Pierre. We've had some pretty decent amounts of rain down in the Gregory area, over an inch of rain down around Fairfax, and then also Platte, South Dakota has over a half inch of rain this morning. This rain is moving east. Again, the difficulty here is pinpointing exactly who's going to get how much rain here. Basically, because of the very scattered nature of those heavier downpours, really anybody's up for game on that, but ultimately it's going to be very patchy. Okay, so the bigger rain totals will be here and there, but they won't have much connectivity to them. So plan accordingly there, just kind of playing for some scattered rain. We're held down in the upper 70s to maybe about 80 in Sioux Falls. Late afternoon, you could even see a little evidence around Aberdeen again, maybe a couple flare-ups before this all kind of winds down. And then we're going to clear the decks. We're going to bring in the warmth tomorrow, really heating things up. Sioux Falls will be close to 90 in the afternoon, mid-90s toward Pierre and Winter, and downright hot in Rapid City, almost 100 with a southwest wind. There is one more chance of some scattered rain popping up Thursday night, early Friday morning. I'm not banking on that being anything widespread, but a few of you could catch a thunderstorm out of that. Then we get into Friday, and then we're even warmer. We're going to get back in the mid-90s to close to 100 degrees, mid-100, well, between 100 and 105 looks pretty likely between Rapid City and Winter already on Friday afternoon. And there's some wind blowing in here too. So those are all weather elements we'll need to keep track of. And by the way, the morning low Saturday morning could be between 75 and 80. So we're not even going to get much relief at night. Obviously, the afternoon numbers, I would argue, for high temperatures on Saturday should be close to 100 in several areas. So obviously, we'll be watching all of that. Here's your 7-day forecast. And I know this heat gets everybody talking about, well, what does that mean for the rest of the longer range picture here? Well, Sunday night, Monday, we've got a substantial cold front coming in. We think that's very likely to change the weather. We're going to start picking up some showers and thunderstorms in the region. Not sure yet how much rain or how widespread that's going to be, but that does have the potential to produce connectivity down to the southwest of us as a tropical plume of moisture interacts with that. So that's a big deal for some sections of the upper Midwest. And obviously, as it stands right now, portions of KELOLAND could get involved with that. That's why you see Aberdeen, too. There, a chance of rain early next week. We hit the 90s this weekend, but then we'll fall back. In fact, even Monday, I would argue, we're probably a little too warm on those numbers. We've seen some new data coming in this morning, trying to trim away at that heat big time on Monday, and we anticipate some rain will be part of that forecast as well. Rapid City, too. Let's plan on a big drop. Even Sunday, already starting to see that in western South Dakota. Check out more, though, about the heat online at KELOLAND.com.